From Montana's news leader, this is the MTN Noon News.
Good afternoon. I'm Dianne Parker. Jason has our Wednesday forecast plus the latest on the missing teenager from Garryowen. But first, our top story. A Belgrade man has been identified as the victim of a vicious homicide. In fact, it was first reported to authorities as a potential bear attack. The Gallatin County Sheriff says 35-year-old Dustin Mitchell Kersham was found dead in a tent about 2.5 miles up Moose Creek Road off Highway 191 Saturday morning. A caller reported the death as a potential bear attack, but following further investigation and an autopsy, it is being treated as a homicide. Detectives are working to develop and track down leads. Anyone with game cameras in the area is being asked to call the sheriff's office. An investigation is underway in Missoula after human remains were found in a log jam in the Clark Fork River. The Missoula County Sheriff's Office says a person called authorities just before 5 p.m. Sunday to report what they believe were human remains in the water near the 6600 block of Mullen Road. And with the help of Missoula County Search and Rescue, law enforcement recovered the remains, which were then taken to the state medical examiner's office. A shooting in Saltese Sunday has a search underway for suspect Willie Joe Richardson, the man accused of shooting a man in the arm and injuring another by hitting them in the head with a gun. The Mineral County Sheriff's Office received the 911 call reporting the shooting around 4:30 in the afternoon and attempted to locate the suspect and his vehicle with Washington plates, but only found the crashed car. A drone search was also unsuccessful in locating Richardson. The handgun and the vehicle were taken in as evidence. The search for 13-year-old Swade birding ground enters day 10 this noon in Garryowen as the family pleads for the safe return of their girl who has autism. Search and rescue crews are combing the Crow Reservation, taking in tips and clearing them. I toured the town she vanished from and have the very latest from Incident Command at the old gas station in Garryowen.
Is it by that old homestead?
As soon as leads come in, this search and rescue team, comprised of multiple agencies and volunteers, clears them and moves on. A process of elimination tracked via paper whiteboards, printed maps, and a passionate team.
Swade, please come home. Let your parents know that you're safe. We'd like to have you home. Your family loves you. They want you home.
Jack Oldhorn leads the search and rescue team with the limited resources he's afforded. But on this day, a Black Hawk circles the sky, combing the Crow Reservation for any sign of Swade.
We've had air searches. We've had drone searches. We've had horseback searches.
Even canine and canoe teams have led to zero indication of where Swade is. But this community won't give up on the girl with autism who disappeared from her bedroom on a fall Sunday night, leaving behind her phone, her important headphones, and a family that loves her dearly.
My name's Wade. I'm Swade's father, and we've been working real hard.
Some leads, according to family, like her phone, handed off to the FBI for agents to recover recently cleared text messages and phone calls, as well as investigate one additional phone that may be the last person on record Swade spoke with before vanishing.
Today, we are going to continue our search on this side of the highway.
Montana's highways are sprinkled with missing and murdered Indigenous people billboards as families face the reality that their loved one is one of 194 missing persons statewide, 55 of those Indigenous, a disproportionate percentage of the missing population.
You never think that this type of thing will happen to you. These are things you listen to on podcasts and things you watch on TV.
And now they are asking anyone to join the search by meeting at the old gas station in Garryowen. If you have any information, call 406-839-3817. Meanwhile, a high-profile MMIP case in Montana got national attention via the CBS program 48 Hours this past weekend as the search for Jermaine Charlo continues. She was 23 years old when she disappeared from Missoula more than 6 years ago. MTN's Jill Valley sat down with Jermaine's aunt to get her reaction to the hour-long show.
I never thought it would get this far, but I'm happy that it has, and she knows. She knows. She's with us all the time.
Belinda Underwood and family worked with the producers of the popular true crime series 48 Hours for more than a year, telling the story of Jermaine Charlo, last seen the early morning hours of June 16th of 2018. On Saturday, the nation was introduced to her.
Hi, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Jermaine.
I think they did an amazing job. I love the fact that it's hit this huge national level. 48 Hours airs nationally here, but once it gets on YouTube, then it's like on a worldwide basis.
The producers worked with Jermaine's family, Missoula Police Detective Guy Baker, K-Pax TV, and others, and revealed this never before publicly seen snippet of surveillance video outside the Badlander bar. This was captured the night of June 15th. Jermaine is seen alongside a former boyfriend and father of her 2 children, Michael DeFrance. Belinda hopes the right people see this video and come forward. There's no publicly named suspect in Jermaine's disappearance.
Seeing the footage of how many people were in that alleyway, how many people were walking by, somebody had to have seen something. My hopes is that maybe somebody was out of town, was here to visit a friend and had seen something, but they didn't think it was important. And I'm hoping that one of those people come forward and, help us get that small little piece of the puzzle that we've been missing.
The program also brought to light the missing and murdered Indigenous people movement and its trademark, red handprint.
MMIW hasn't just been something that just started. It's happened since colonization, and we've all been kept so quiet about it. And I think the world is finally just realizing what Native American women go through. And the handprint to me is I will no longer be silent about anything, and if I have to, I will be Jermaine's voice, since she's not here to speak for herself.
What do you need to solve this case?
I feel like I got this puzzle in front of me, but I don't have all the pieces on the table quite yet. 1 or 2 pieces could break the case.
Someone out there knows.
Someone out there knows what happened to Jermaine Charlo.
And they're just not talking.
Come forward. We know you're there. Be brave.
In Missoula, Jill Valley, MTN News.
Our upcoming change is just about here from much of Montana. Already have a little bit of rain, couple hundredths, maybe 3/100 of an inch has fallen around Kalispell. We have some gusty wind, increasing clouds, and this cold front's going to be sweeping across western and central Montana through the course of the day today through tonight, and then by tomorrow morning pushing into eastern Montana too, with areas of rain and snow. Though this morning's lows were kind of cool in a few places. We're going to get a lot colder for everybody. Our 7-day forecast coming up.
Bears are top of mind for crews cleaning up the train derailment near Essex. That's because the train spilled grain, and wildlife officials are worried the animals will be attracted to the area. A BNSF freight train derailed Saturday morning, spilling grain near Highway 2. BNSF is working with Montana Fish, Wildlife and Parks on the cleanup effort to prevent bears from congregating near the site. FWP has a bear specialist on site to ensure the cleanup is sufficient and that bears will not be attracted to the area and cause conflict.
Right now they're going through what we call hyperphagia, where they are just trying to consume as much as possible. So they're extra active right now, they're extra hungry. So we would want to reduce attractants at this site as best we can. Now we're not going to pick up every piece of grain, obviously, and that won't lead to a problem in the long term. But we are going to do the best we can working with BNSF to make sure that this site is safe and that it's not going to be bringing bears in unnaturally.
An investigation into what caused the derailment is underway. Construction also underway on Rocky Vista University's new vet school in Billings, a significant milestone in the continued expansion of RVU's West End campus. It will be a 60,000 square foot, 2-story facility meant to house first and second year students as well as faculty. It'll include a surgery center and a spay and neuter clinic in coordination with the Yellowstone Valley Animal Shelter. Most importantly, RVU says it'll be the only vet college in a 500-mile radius.
There's only 33 veterinary colleges in the entire country right now, and if you look at the Mountain West area, there's the nearest vet schools are Colorado State University and Washington State University, and so there's a geographic need both from a standpoint of students that want to become veterinarians and opportunities for them to do so, but also, again, coming back to the fact that there's a shortage of veterinarians in this area, and we want to help to meet that need.
RVU says the college is going to cost upwards of $37 million and will bring in $60 million annually.